Oh, they keep considering it. They keep thinking about it briefly and realizing, I think they're realizing they can't escape. Evening folks, this is BestInSlot back with a little bit more Planet Zoo, and today we're doing a fairly big build. It is only a time lapse for the first 5 minutes or so. You are going to see me tab out fairly often to check on some reference images, but what I wanted to do was build a lion enclosure. I realised we weren't going to finish the entire zoo in time, and it would be silly to not have a lion before we finish the zoo, right? So I figured what we'll do is we'll go back to Africa and we'll add a new section and we'll try to attach a lion enclosure to our African adventure build. Now, as per usual, I wanted something a little bit unique for the enclosure. I was trying to come up with ideas and I was just sitting there, it was like the other one, I thought, you know what we need? A Colosseum. Lions, Colosseums, it makes a lot of sense. It's maybe not that African, but it makes a lot of sense. I did have a couple of attempts at this at first, and then the idea came about simply to make the this sort of two-piece shape. It does have to be two. If it was one, it's a little bit too small. I did try that out. Design it completely, put everything I wanted on there, and then we're going to rotate that round into a Colosseum shape. I ended up being really proud of this, I'm not going to lie. I think it worked out really, really well, but we shall see. So, this is a little bit of an awkward process. You do want to make sure the ground is really flat whilst you're doing this, but you can just grab your grouped pieces together, rotate them around a little bit, stick them inside each other, fun for the whole family, and as long as you get the approximate rotation right, and you do want angle snap on to get this right, you know, all of these have been rotated 15 degrees every single time, you can stick them all together and it should end up moderately perfectly. I believe I had a little error at one point. I ended up giving up, coming around, yeah, right here, ended up giving up, coming around from the other side, and it seemed to work for some reason. So, sometimes you may have to shift things around a little bit. I don't really know why that was happening, but there we go. And honestly, just design really well, one little piece, and you can build a circle, really well-designed circle, in no time at all. This isn't all the Colosseum has. It's not going to be an exact replica, but it's a pretty good example. And we need to do some things. So I kept checking on the image of the Colosseum what this actually looked like, and there's a few things that need changing up. First of all, we'll attach our path, check for some reference images, and you see the Colosseum, it's got these 3 tiers of sort of arched walkways, or well, arched areas, and then beyond that there's like a crumbling bit to the top left. It's like this, it's in pieces, right? So there's this bit that sits on the top that isn't quite arched, it looks a little bit differently, and you'll see, I don't know why I did an arch there instead of just a block, but it's got like a little window and a little bit of bits sticking about out of it. I did really try to match it to the real thing. That was a really good description there. It's got little bits sticking out of it. Anyways, yeah, so you see we try loads of different things. I just want to replicate that little, again, if you look at it, you'll see these little things hanging off the side of it. I want to replicate that as much as possible. Obviously that was not appropriate, apparently. I don't know, I did this like a week ago, I don't really remember. I think that is a pretty good attempt. Yeah, and there's only windows in every other one, so you kind of want to, again, replicate that. So you grab them both together, hopefully at some point. Don't know what I'm doing. We're moving it around to the left a little bit. You don't want it right on the edge. You want this kind of staggered look to it. And then, again, just get back to duplicating. Rotate 15 degrees, stick them on top, and I think we end up going around just about a quarter of the way around. Most of the bulk of the Colosseum is those first 2 levels, and the 3rd level is cut out just a little bit, and the 4th level is cut out even more. Of course, it's an old-ass building, right? A lot of it, at this point, has kind of fallen to pieces somewhat. And yeah, I think that is about it. Started to do some design on the inside. There was these, where the pieces were crossing over, you can see this little gap, this oddly shaped gap. So I just put together some sandstone blocks, stick them into a big line, and we're just going to go around the middle and put those in. It looks pretty cool anyway, but it also blocks the unfortunate little, you can see them really well there on the left, these weird little gaps. We just need to get rid of those for fairly obvious reasons. I'm going to miss this game. The beta's over as I sit here and do this voiceover, and I'm watching this think, I want to build a Colosseum again. I want to do something else. I want to do more things. We have to wait about a month, unfortunately, but I will have content on Planet Zoo right here on the channel all the way up to next Tuesday. I'm taking Sunday off, but 6 more videos including this one, so still quite a lot of content to go. Just got to bring those up to the top. Like so, there we go, that is about the Colosseum. Now, the original plan, and you'll see me try it here, was to do kind of like the Colosseum, where you'd have like raised seating around the outside looking down into the centre. Now, there were benefits of that. It gives me more room, and it does look a little bit more like the Colosseum. Oh, right, okay, that's a time lapse over. And there we go, folks, the Colosseum rendered in Planet Zoo. I'm, generally speaking, pretty happy with it. I don't want to talk about it too long, because I assume I'm going to talk over the time lapse, although I haven't done that yet. Let's see in the end, I messed around with out the pathing a little bit. I thought, kind of like the Colosseum, we could do like a layered pathing system going around the outside. But I do think that's going to ruin the look of it, just because we don't have, you know, pathing that looks like sandstone, etc., etc. So what we're going to do instead is what my original plan was, which is basically to have a path going all around the outside once you walk through the front doors. And then in the middle, we're going to have an island, which is populated by lions. And the hope is to make it so the lions can't get out. That's the goal. That's the idea. That's the dream. Via a moat, as in no fence, just a moat that the lions can't cross. That's the idea. Whether that works or not is another kettle of fish. So, we're going to put the pathing... As I hiccup incessantly, we're going to put the pathing in first, just because I want to... make sure I've got that right. So just wide enough to fit between the two of them, and then it's going to go back to being thin because we want as much room as possible. Oh god, okay, we might have to do one more thickie. I don't even want to do one more thickie. One more thickie, and then it's going to split. Yeah, fine. And then it's going to split off in thinner. Oh, wait, I hate this path system. I hate it so much. I'm just going to try this out. So the idea is this is going to go basically just very tight around. You know what might be better, actually, is kill this, do the edging first. That's probably the better way to handle this. Look at that bad boy. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's very cool. Right, okay. Let's see if we can connect this. The hope is that this will just connect like that, basically. Alright, everything's going really well, so I'm just kind of preparing for the inevitable disaster to strike, because nothing goes this well. How big is this exhibit? Is this big enough to put a lake in as well? Like a moat? And for the lions to be happy? I don't know if it is. There's only one way to find out, I suppose. So we need to knock this down a little bit. Right at the edge, of course. And you do want it to be relatively thick, right? Because it's a... The point is that the lions can't jump out. That's what we're going for here. So I want to try to maintain an approximate thickness. I'm going to go all the way around. I'm going to maintain an approximate thickness. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Talk dirty to me. Myself. Alright, okay. Now, obviously, we'll soften up one side, the side where the lions are. I want them to be able to swim in here. Do I? Is that a thing? Do I want them to be able to swim in here? The hope is that this is a sharp enough barrier that they just won't be able to climb out of it, I guess. Is that how this works? Can you use a moat on a lion? Is this all going to go terribly wrong? Find out later in the video. Oh, no. I don't know if this works. I really don't. This is guesswork. Like I said, we can always put a barrier around if need be. And then we'll keep the moat, and we'll just make it part of the exhibit, basically, and we'll put the barrier around, again, where the guests are, but, yeah. I was originally going to do Pride Rock, because, you know, lions, but there is already a Pride Rock on the workshop, and I saw someone else, I think Steam Blast did a Pride Rock, and when so many people have done an idea already, okay, 2, admittedly, but it does seem like the go-to for a lion, right? That makes sense. I thought I'd do something. I just wanted to do something a little bit more original, I guess. I'm trying to get out here. Not that there's anything wrong with Pride Rock. Just, it's a little bit thick on this right-hand side. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be thick enough. Right. Can we get wet? Okay, looking good, looking good. Now we need to do, unfortunately, we do need to do a little bit of barrier, because otherwise we won't be able to feed the blimmin' things. So let's put the barrier in. We're going to do null barrier all the way around the outside, except one bit of log over there, or brick. I was hoping for sandstone. Any chance sandstone is one of the research things that would be in barriers? That would be cool. Do you feel like being cool? Mechanics? Oh, what do we get? Stuff facilities. Barriers. What are we going to research? Concrete, electric, one-way glass. One-way glass would be cool, I will admit. Tell you what, let's hit play. It's been a while since I've hit play in the game. Oh, we need to buy some lions, actually, before we do anything else. Thankfully, I have a lot of points, because I imagine this is going to hurt me a little bit. What is it? It's West, isn't it? Yeah, West African, yeah. Okay, what are we looking at? I mean, for the cheaper ones, that's not bad. But, I mean, the lions, right? So we kind of want to go... Why is your fertility so bad? That's pretty good. It's only 3. I'm going to grab him. It's a lot of money, but that's fine. Where the ladies at? Why are the women so expensive? What? What's going on? It's like, oh... I will spend the money, because I'm happy to sell lions and... Oh, okay, come on. I just... Yeah. Oh, am I going to do this? No, she's too old. She really is. She's okay, though. Oh, this hurts my soul. Okay. Thankfully, I'd saved up for this kind of occasion, you know? Right, so this is the entrance one here. So directly opposite that is where we want to do the... just a little bridge for our... park keepers to cross. Okay. And null barrier around the outside. Around the outside. Around the outside. And if we just keep on this little bit here, it should be fine. Start off with a little straight bit. For some reason the game does not want you to curve on the first piece, just because of how it works out the angles, I guess. And what this looks like doesn't actually matter, as long as it stays on this side of the moat entirely. Otherwise, every time they get to the water, it'll crash. Let's hit play. I do try to avoid hitting play. Things go wrong when I hit play. But I do want to keep an eye on my money, because I'm not sure if I'm losing or gaining right now. I suspect I'm actually losing, although I am spending it right now, admittedly. Bang! Bang! The noises, man, the noises. Come on! I want a 5. I'm just looking for a 5. That's all I want. It doesn't have to be this difficult, it really doesn't. Please let me do this. Please let me just choose the frickin' number that I want. Oh, this system. I don't know how this made it past testing. Okay. And we're going to make these into brick. Maybe not brick, maybe this stuff. Actually, I never use this stuff because I hate it with a verdant passion. But, oh, maybe chain link, to be honest. Because then, yeah, chain link's cool because chain link's got that kind of, you know, gladiator Colosseum kind of feel to it. You know, where you'd lift up the fences and people running, rah! That's obviously not what's really going on, but I mean, that should keep them out, right? In theory? In theory? What do lions need? Let's check our Zoopedia for the lion. I have a little cheeky peek over here. What are we dealing with? Grade 3 and 3 meters to not climb. Now, I believe this is climbable. Although, yeah, and I can't make it anti-climbable. So we need to make this taller. I'm not totally feeling that this... There we go. I am not really feeling that this moat is going to do the job. To be honest with you. I'm thinking about making it deeper, but in theory, making it deeper doesn't actually make a difference. As long as they can't walk along the bottom and walk out, then how does it being deeper change anything? It doesn't, right? I'm going with it. Right, we're going to smooth this bit out, though. I want those to be able to get in and out. At the end of the day, we'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we'll go from there. That's okay. We're going to make this even all the way around, so just smooth it out all the way. Let's get those lines sent over, actually. I need to put a zookeeper and stuff over here at some point. I should... Oh. Why? Oh, there's no gate. Yeah, that's interesting. I really thought that was going to work. Okay. Now, in theory, this will work. In theory. Everything's always in theory. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, that's looking good. It's looking promising. Alright, am I making money? I'm on 5.3, 5.4, 5.4... I really need to do something about this. I'm just... Yeah, I'm actually losing money. This is very upsetting for me. Huh. Well, I'm kind of breaking even, right? Just about. Yeah, there's very, very slight profit. No, he hasn't. Calm down. He's fine. He needs food, though. Why do my zookeepers refuse to feed over here? Okay, there's no path here, so we actually probably can't get the lions delivered. I'm going to build a staff area. Am I, though? There's a staff area right here. I think I might just knock out one of these walls and use it. I don't see why I wouldn't, right? Delete. Okay. Alright, yeah, whatever. Okay, let's grab our staff path. Oh, no, no. I mean a little... No, what did I just say? I said no. Okay, I'm going to hire another zookeeper. It's maybe a little bit rough in terms of the amount of room, but it'll do. We're going to build a new work zone with these buildings in and with that in. The more I think about this, the more I think I should maybe just build another staff area. But this is... At the very least, this is my temporary measure, right? We can fix this down the line, that's fine. So this is lions. And then we need to put our new keeper on the lions. There we go. Now, let's just get them into the exhibit, and we'll go from there. I'm going to put the water in, because I think I'm actually not happy at all. What am I on about? We aren't finished with this moving. Okay, he's walked in. Everything's dying. Wait! No, Throg died! Throg! My beloved Throg. Oh no. Oh, that's so sad. Throg was a beast. He was my best. He was the best of all of us, really. Is that too much water? I might knock that down a little bit. About there instead. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Lion! Woo! Good stuff. Let's get some research on the go. Milagros. Milagros. It's my boy. Oh, they've not broken out yet. What do you need social? What's up? I'm a little worried about this. He's looking at it. He's thinking about it. Wait, can't he just climb out this side? Is this why I need to make the water deeper? Because surely he can just... Yeah, I'm just going to do that instead. That's a better idea. I'm watching him. I'm watching you, buddy. 13, as you're known. I know you're a little limited on space, but I've got to be honest, boys and girls, there is really nothing I can do about that. We are very much committed to the space we have. Is it that much of a problem? No, what? They're fine. What are they complaining about? They don't have any issues. Eesh. Lions these days, right. So let's try to make the exhibit a little bit more suitable. And then we'll set up the rest of the stuff. So we need some rock and much less sand and some short grass. That makes sense. It's better. Still much less sand. Don't know where they think all this sand is, but whatever. Now we need some rock. Now we need... a little bit more long grass. There we go. Awesome. That is that done. I will be giving them a shelter. We can get them. They're not going to be 100% happy just because of the situation, but we can get somewhere, right? We can do okay. West African lion. Give it a sprinkler, a water bowl, a large feeder. Okay, let's call a keeper into here as well. What I want to do is not really make a mini Colosseum, but I do want to build a little shelter in the middle that has the same kind of stuff I've been using already, the sandstone kind of stuff. This stuff down here, just because I think that's going to suit them, obviously. I mean, just... Right, that's the entrance there. Oh no, I've put that in the wrong place. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. So I want this to match kind of like that, though. Stupid lion. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I will think of a name, but there we go. It's more lion themed, which makes a lot of sense. And then you walk in here, and bam, little lion thing going on. Right. We need some nature. That's what we need. Some freaking nature. We need grassland. We need Africa. We need baobabs. Do we need baobabs? I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to put in a baobab. I think I kind of want... I'm going to resist, and it breaks my heart. But I think I kind of want this to feel quite insular down here. Just like a little, again, I don't know, like a little self-contained thing. Now, I do want to make my lions happy. Why am I editing group? Oh, whatever, who cares? So I'm going to try to stay within the coverage. I know that's very upsetting for all of us, because we all appreciate, all of us, when I go over the top on the foliage. He says putting in a massive tree. Oh, but the massive tree is cool. I won't hear anything negative about the massive tree. It's so long since I've messed around with like African daisies and stuff. It takes me back, man. I'm putting like thousands of these bloody things. Oh, you're sitting on the feeder. That's probably a bad move. Oh, I put you in the bloody thing, didn't I? Nope, come here. Come here. There we go. It's my bad. I mean, who else's fault would it be, frankly? But, yeah. I'm going to put some reeds around the outside, maybe. Around the outside. Around the outside. I don't love papyrus sedge. Do love nettles. Nettles are the best. You're going to be a nettly tree, I've decided. How do you feel about that tree? I feel good. See, if the trees like it, guys, we can't really complain, can we? I'm trying very hard to not go over the top. Whether I manage that or not is another matter, but I'm trying, I promise. And at the end of the day, the lion is the king of the jungle. Now that may make no sense whatsoever, given the lion's typical habitat, but that doesn't matter. That's his name, king of the jungle. It would be silly to not give the king some plant life. I'll put some marula trees, just for some like shrubby, bushy bits, basically. What marula is really good at. Right, I know we've just gone over. Oh, I like that so much. Oh, I'm just getting over it. Right, there we go. I'm fine. Hurt my soul. We need to get rid of grassland, and that'll give us some rocks as well. No, it won't. I was meant to get a... Yeah, it will. No, it won't. I'm being stupid. Rocks! Savannah. Okay. Let's just shove some of these in here. Just general texture and loveliness. Freaking love rocks. I love rocks so much. Can I have a little baby, please? Not in real life, like just in the game. It's a little baby. Come on. Okay. Okay, looking better already. Rocks do that. They are magical things that should be treated with the love and respect they deserve. Just like me. I do like a bigger... Not that, obviously, but do I want a bigger one? I don't know if I do. I feel like I resort to that quite a lot. You know, the whole rocks stacked thing. I mean, I'm kind of doing it here, but not really to the same extent. I've done it many, many times across the park. And at some point you hit a point of diminishing returns, I think. There we go. I'll do like a little mini one over there. Stick this bad boy on top. I just want to get some around the edge, really, so it looks more realistic that they wouldn't escape, I guess. Also, have to be careful about making bridges. Look at that! Beautiful! Bum. Bum. I can see why it's too small for lions. I accept why he's complaining about that. I would probably complain if I had to live here as well. But, get over it, basically. Right. I do want to put, like, my typical African wooden barrier around the outside of this. Because that doesn't really look like it's going to protect from a lion anyway, which is kind of the point, right? We're not meant to be trying to protect from the lions. Obviously, this whole area needs covered in stuff. Got our shop there. Need to hire some vendors for that. I might need to put a bigger staff room in, because this is probably not enough. It just needs... It's looking good, though. It's looking good. I want to put a signpost on here, I think. Where's my lovely sign? There it is. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to call this exhibit yet. It needs, you know, it needs a proper name. So we'll have to have a little think about that as well. But by and large, I'd say we're pretty much done. The rest of it is just plants and... What's going on with the path here? The rest of it is literally just plants and barriers, which isn't that exciting. So I won't subject you to it. We can instead focus on the good stuff. The lions, let's just watch the lions for a little bit, shall we? Let's enjoy our animals. There's our big boy. Having a good old lick. He's in a Colosseum! This is why I want plants here. Maybe some terrain around the outside as well. Because I don't like being able to see all this stuff here. It ruins the aesthetic. Where are you at? Hello? Can we get some food here, please? Right, it's on the route. It's en route. Oh, they keep considering it. They keep thinking about it briefly and realizing... I think they're realizing they can't escape, but they are tempted. Okay. I was incorrect. I was very wrong. Huh. Well, that didn't work. Okay, emergency capture. I guess I have to build a barrier. That sucks. I think, though, I don't know what I think at this point anymore. Life is pain. I was really hoping this would work. Okay, I'm going to put chain link all the way around. I'm not going to make it massively high. That's going to ruin the aesthetic. I'm hoping, if we keep it short, the fact that they have to jump to it will stop them doing anything too crazy. Maybe I make it glass instead, actually. Because they can't climb glass. I'm going to bring that down. I really don't want to ruin the look of this. This is really the only way to do that. It's already kind of ruined it a little bit. It just isn't big enough. Every time, like, I built this massive thing, you know, this huge, impressive, in my opinion, Colosseum, and it's still too frickin' small. This always happens. It's the same with Panagara over there. It looks ginormous, and it just isn't big enough. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Logically, they can't jump. There's glass there. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm watching you. Yeah, that's the way I did it. I mean, that is just the most ridiculous looking thing in the world. How incredibly annoying. I have to make this 3 meters tall. Literally 3 meters tall. So they can't jump out. Oh, that's so huge. Ah. The only alternative to what I'm doing now is to make the moat bigger. And they've already not got enough space. I'm going to just do this. I'm going to cry about it. Maybe we can make it like one-way glass or something. That, oh, it's so tall. It just, because they're not trying to climb up, it doesn't, they've got to jump here as well. So it doesn't make sense that this has to be 3 meters tall. It just isn't logical. That's not how distance works. Doesn't make sense. I'm angry. Grrg. Angry at the world. Grrg. Angry at Frontier. Grrg. You know what I mean, though? Like, if... I understand that this needs to be 3 meters so we can't jump over it, right? But if you also have to jump over the gap initially, then your maximum jumping height has reduced, right? So... why are you smaller than the others? Why are you being weird? You're not 3 meters. Yo. Come on. Stop being silly now. Just YouTube being slightly difficult for some reason. Okay. I don't know if to go glass or chain link. I'm really annoyed about that. I'm actually really disappointed. I just thought the moat would help. But obviously it didn't. I mean, it's still pretty cool. It's still a Colosseum. But it's definitely not... oh! I can't do anything about this. I can't. There's no way to make the Colosseum bigger without going through just abject pain. It just isn't possible. So we have to do this. It is what it is. You have to adapt. I'm very upset. Let that be known. Let that be known. Right. While that's going on, I'm going to grab some donation boxes. It still looks very cool. I will say I'm very proud of how it looks, but I'm also upset to my core. I want to put these spaced out in the exact correct intervals. So no, it hasn't. One day though, the problem is the lemur's going to escape all the time, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The lemur's going to escape all the time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the problem is, I'm never gonna know if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If the animal that's escaped is the lemurs, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or the lions, because I don't check because it's always the lemurs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll do. Close enough. All right. Are we going to stop being silly, lions? They look great, I will say. The male lion I didn't love, actually, on the preview images we got for Planet Zoo. I don't know if they've de-cartoonied it a little bit, or if it just looks better in-game, but it does look better than I anticipated. Got donation boxes, we need educational signs, but really we are, generally speaking, done. I'm going to come up with a name. I will show you guys what this is looking like at the start of the next episode, basically, and then we're going to move on to Asia. I've been thinking a lot about how I want to build Asia, actually. I like the idea of doing like a bustling Indian market street and really leaning into the Indian theme, but I think going totally retro isn't really my build style. So what I'm going to try to do is combine the Indian sandstone with like the modern glass that we've used in Panagar to make like a sort of half and half kind of mix and kind of like make it look a lot more modern than it otherwise would. That's the plan. We'll see if it works. I'm sad. But hey, not bad, not bad. And it fills in that gap nicely, and we're going to put loads of stuff around here. I'm going to bring these mountains in around the edge there, put some trees in there, put some trees in there, put my pathing in. Oh god, I have to put path all the way around. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you for joining me then, ladies and gentlemen. Officially, in the next video, we are going to start a brand new section. I will have that ready to go as well. We'll do like a little introduction bit, and we'll get like an Asian, modern Asian kind of thing going, which means rhinos, which means bears, means loads of cool stuff. Thanks for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.